Yo, yo.
How's it going?
It's good. I wanted to start this off with the greatest chart known to crypto right now. It's the ETH BTC chart. And I'm glad to see that Crypto Compliant is already in here with his crypto dick butt. Did I bring this on here specifically for you? No, but it's something to see. But there's good news. There's good news. I think ETH is gonna it'll have its day. It'll have its day. It's coming. I mean, that chart, while as ugly as it looks, as dead as it looks, I mean, that the gap that you see in between, your conversion line and baseline and the cloud itself, like those, they will come back together. And most likely it's not going to be ETH just going sideways. There's still demand for ETH with ETFs and, whatever corporations and everybody else buying it. I mean, you're still looking at versus BTC, there's a 50 to 100% like difference that I think can be made.
Yep.
That will help ease the pain that you have been enduring for holding ETH this whole time. But remember to sell your ETH. Now, we're Smart 9. This is not financial advice.
Yeah. Oh, let me put my banner up.
But remember, when it is going crazy, to sell your ETH.
Yeah.
When it fills those gaps, because ETH as where it's at right now, like it's just not there. It's just dead. I mean, it's not gonna be anything, guys. I mean, let's just be real.
And part of what I've been wondering about is just like how much of their total loss in like total market cap value has simply come from the fees for transactions and how high they are compared to these other layer ones, these other layer twos. I mean, Solana is cheap as all get out. Base is cheap. AVAX is cheap.
I think that's part of it. I think that's definitely part of it. Like the idea that everybody wants cheap and fast, right? We obviously want that, but I think it was just the start. The other day, ETH fees were in the pennies. Like
it's gone down significantly.
So it's there. The problem is they were so expensive, and they haven't done anything to fix anything. Like the idea of the ETH Foundation, right, is like it's just this entity. Never sell, hold to zero. I don't think actually ETH goes to zero. I just think it's just not gonna perform well. But I think it's the idea that they just don't really produce anything that is what people want, right? Like when you talk about people that are building right now, what do they want? Like look at what AVAX is doing and how they're making it. Anyone can start an L1 for super cheap, right? And you can have your own L1 that's out there. Or Solana, and the meme factor that it's pushed out there with incredibly cheap, incredibly fast, and people building on it.
Yeah,
good products that people use, like Jupe. Like in Deep Ridge is one of the best. And it's not built on Solana, but it's like they built it for cross chain, and I use it through Jupe. That's where I use it. But yeah, I think it's just that the value loss. Yeah, it definitely started with like the cheaper, faster, and that's always kind of the narrative. But really, are you building something that people can? Is it easier for people to build with? Right? Solana is still difficult for people to build on, even as good as it is. The majority of the builders are still in that EVM compatible.
Well, it's so different. I remember when we were going through stuff with the GG Collective, like it's like Rust versus Solidity is like so vastly different, and it's really hard to find a lot of these EVM specific devs don't know the processes for building on Solana because it is completely different. So I think that's a big one for Solana specifically, is it is so niche compared to the hundreds of EVM chains out there that are, also large sized. Can you go back to that first chart you were showing? I can't.
Yes, remember. I can.
What does it look like? So September 15th of 22 is obviously when they switched to proof of stake.
Of
So
22.
that's another thing that's just so interesting to me is the fall off from that point.
Well, and that's the thing. Okay, so the proof of work narrative was so politically driven in the fact that, oh, it uses so much energy this, energy that, and the whole energy side of things is a complete like farce in terms of like, how bad it is and how much energy we use, and we only have so much oil reserves, and it's not renewable. It was such a bad change. Like, I remember mining ETH off GPUs. Like, it was great. Like, loved it, right? And I'm pretty sure Rusty was doing that a lot, or he's still, or he was back in the day. And I mean, that was I just love proof of work way more than the proof of stake side. Proof of stake side just seems it's too web 2y. Like, give us your money and we'll give you a return back. It's like, 2 cents, I like that, but I like to put that into like something that's doing work.
Yeah.
Hence why I like deep network, obviously. So yeah, GPUs collecting dust now. How do we put those? You and I keep clicking on it. Let's try it again. Oh yeah, we did.
God. You click it, fine.
Yeah. Maybe we can put those GPUs to work someday there, Rusty. We've got plans. Yeah. I mean, proof of work helped build up energy infrastructure that is being repurposed for AI. Hard to predict the optimum path. I just watched a video of, can't think of the name of it. Anyway, it's a hydro company and a off-grid Bitcoin mining company. They go into places like in Africa that don't have power or very like expensive power, and they bring in a off-grid hydro power production, basically in like these connexes, and they produce a shit ton of power, more power than they actually need there. But they also bring in Bitcoin mining to help offset costs. And so they have a Bitcoin mining facility there, along with the off-grid, hydro. And then now they're the people that are in that real close area, they got super cheap power. They're now selling power at an affordable price around the area, and their grid is constantly up. Like, they talk about some of these places in Africa, and I'm sure a lot more third world countries that are out there. They're like, oh yeah, our power, we have 2 hours of power a day, and these off grid, like, that are funded by these Bitcoin mining, proof of work type situations, their power's on all the time because it's constantly being paid for because they want that power, right?
Yeah.
So it's an interesting dynamic that we don't look at and that's fully renewable hydropower, right? So it's pretty badass.
Yeah, I mean, hydro is great. You got running water and you got power. It's.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine who I've talked about him before. He has his family has owned a lumber company, lumber mill. They've gone through all the phases for the longest time, and they had a cogen plant where they burned a lot of their excess, like, just waste, right? Yep. So they burn it and turn it into energy, and they sell it back to the grid. They get their 4 cents from the grid or whatever they were giving them, some garbage. But they put in some Bitcoin mining stuff, and that's been working out really well. But he goes, oh man, he goes, this is what I want to do. They had some property that they owned had a creek going through it, and they were going to put a hydro dam on the creek that was going there. And I'm like, dude, put a Bitcoin mining thing out there, like 100%. Like,
yeah. Well, so, I mean, if you have the excess energy, right? I mean, that's one of the big caveats to the whole Bitcoin mining thing, right? Is, it costs a lot of electricity to run these. But if you have the excess, I mean, you're going to make more running that as a Bitcoin miner than selling it back to the grid at 4 cents or whatever you said it was, right? So
yeah, I mean, I'm producing over twice as much energy now. I got solar on my house, and it's producing a butt ton of energy, dude. Like, I think I'm 25 or 30 kilowatts or some crazy amount. But anyways, I'm only using a third of that right now.
I was gonna say you use not even 10, maybe. Probably.
I'm like, I can't get enough miners in there. So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a problem with a lot of places. And Oregon's a crazy one. We have tons of hydro. We've got the ability to like provide the cheapest energy anywhere through the Columbia River and the amount of hydro that they produce. And when you start talking about the wind energy, they've got hundreds, if not thousands, of wind turbines through the gorge. And if you drive through at any point in time, maybe half of them are turning. Like, think about that. Like, oh, well, let's turn that son of a bitch on, put a Bitcoin mining machine there. Maybe I should do that. Let's get some off-grid miners and put those in there. Let's get these things to use them, because they're just sitting there doing nothing.
I think almost half of Oregon's power comes from hydro, from the Columbia and it's like, it could be so much. I mean, that river is 4 miles wide at some points. Like, it's absolutely baffling how much water goes through the Columbia. So
yeah, love it.
It's nuts.
Well, let's look at, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin, because we looked at, PTC, and it's because Bitcoin holding strong, doing the good things that it does. This is on the weekly. This is full bull zone, people. Like, it's rock and roll. Like, this is bullish. Like, and this is what we talked about last time. Everything else got hit hard. You look at ETH, BTC on the weeklies, hit hard. It's below the cloud. Let's see. AVAX is below the cloud. It looks better, though. It's, the cloud's thinning out in that sense. You've got this move into 36 and then above. So all your altcoins, your majors, although I should look at XRP, because XRP was having its little day. I don't hold it, so I don't know what it ended up doing. It had a fun time, but what happened after? Yeah, see, it's bullish. Yeah. Shit.
All four indicators, yeah.
It's still below.
Oh,
right?
You're below your conversion. Yeah.
You're below your conversion line, but it's okay. Like, you're still looking good. Like, versus Sol, Sol's, back above the cloud. That looks good. Where the conversion of baseline are, indecisive, trying to go through there. Like, so your altcoins are poised for a move. Bitcoin obviously held strong and is going to lead the charge. And it's doing well. Like, this is not bearish territory at all. Like, this is bullish territory. People should not be bearish yet. So everybody looks at their altcoins and gets scared and, oh my God, we're going down. Like, how much Trump coin do you own? Are you going to go? You're a big Trump holder, aren't you, Blake? Like, aren't you top 220? Aren't you going to the dinner?
No. Honestly, it was one of those things. By the time if I would have seen it right when it came out, I probably would have put some money into it, because it obviously had its nice little rise. But
yeah,
we always talk about how once it makes its way to meme Twitter or X in a meme format, it's kind of dead. Like, once it's publicly that big, it's usually not going to explode 1,000x or whatever.
Yeah.
And by the time, that was one of those ones that was immediately publicized in that sense. So I was always wary of it. I was like, I think there's a lot better uses to throw your money at. I wish I would have.
100%. I was joking. Like,
no, I know. I wish I would have joined the Fartcoin boat.
Yeah, Fartcoin's probably doing good. I want to talk a little Bitcoin first, and then we'll go into some Fartcoin. Then we'll look at the Pickem. But can anybody that's in the chat right now name any bad news that has come out in the last few months? Any actual real bad news for Bitcoin in the last few months? I can't. All I hear is good news. Like, we've just heard, Jack Mallers is starting up his company too. What are they buying? Or 21,000 Bitcoin, or I don't know, some stupid amount that they're gonna try and compete with the Michael Saylors of the world, right? That's a shit ton of money. I just saw Cynthia Lumen's bill for the 1 million Bitcoin is, getting support from President Trump, obviously. So it'd be interesting to see if that, Capital 21, that's what it is. If the U.S. government starts to, buy it. I think my buddy was just telling me this morning that it was Roswell was the first place to actually vote through an actual Bitcoin reserve for a state or a county.
Yeah.
But there's like 25 of them right now that are moving through the process that haven't gotten through any votes or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
it was New Mexico. Yeah, you're right.
So much good news. What's
Yeah.
the Bitcoin core vote? Super Rando, what's that about? I don't know what that's about. I might that should be might not be thinking about it, but yeah, I mean, just the amount of bullish news that's here. Oh, and then there was a Twitter post that Fidelity put out. I got to pull on my phone because I don't have it on this computer, but they were putting it out about how much Bitcoin was being taken off of exchanges. Yeah, and it was insane. So let me find that here. So we've seen Bitcoin supply on exchanges drop due to the public company purchases, something we anticipate accelerating in the near future. Here are some of the current trends unfolding. 2.6 million Bitcoin on exchanges is the lowest level since November of 2018. Over 425,000 Bitcoin moved off of exchanges since November 2024. Public companies have added nearly 350,000 Bitcoin post-US election, and public companies have bought over 30,000 Bitcoin per month so far in 2025. This was end of April that they put this out. So, I mean, that's insane. Some massive news that's coming in. So,
yeah.
I need to look up the Bitcoin core vote. I haven't been paying attention to that.
Yeah, I was a little confused on that because I thought the whole thing with like Bitcoin Core is there wasn't voting. Like it was like consensus ran like through. I need to look up that as well because I'm also not up to par on that.
I think M-Ice. I got news for you, M-Ice. Got the devices in, so I'm probably going to make a trip up to hand your device off to you, and then it might be next week. I got a bear hunt the week following, so I'm going to be leaving on that Thursday. But I'll figure it out. I'll message you and get that up to you, and then Lasagna's will send his out that he won the last time. So, but yeah, I think I agree with you here. Like if alts rip at the top before Bitcoin, the cycle that would distract the masses while smart money loads up. 100%. I think we saw, Bitcoin will do its thing. It's just going to grind up, push up, but you're going to see alts will still, they'll do some crazy stuff. And yeah, if they top out before, they kind of do a reverse what they did the last cycle where Bitcoin topped and then alts just absolutely melted up into November and went crazy. And we do an opposite side of that. Yeah, because that's where the big money is coming in and that's where they're buying. I could see that. It'd be interesting. So
yeah.
But yeah, man, like good news all the way around, in my opinion. Can't really go wrong here. I think if we look at somebody, would you bring up Fartcoin? I am a Fartcoin holder now. I've been holding since 90. Was I in here? No, I was in here 50s. So I bought back here, just messing around with it. Nothing too crazy. Did I add it to my portfolio in the Pickem? No, because I keep forgetting and I got so many things going on and I don't change anything on the Pickem. So you're welcome, people. I'm basically just giving away because I'd be winning every one of these. Obviously, if I was picking right. Just kidding.
Jay Soto had a nice little swap.
I know. Did he swap it into Fartcoin? Oh,
on the 4th.
Jay Soto. Let's launch it. Let's see who won.
Yeah,
I don't know who won.
Pull it up. Oh, I was on his individually because I was looking at it, but
Jay Soto. Oh, I'm sorry, Soto. I can't send you a device. You have too many already, buddy. That's too bad. But you can give it to whoever you want. Just kidding. Just kidding. You got yourself another device coming. What is that?
Yeah,
900.
no,
Do you have like half our devices now?
Yeah, for real. He is all about deep. It's awesome. But no, he on the 4th when it dipped down and he swapped his whole portfolio into it and it ripped back up. So I was like,
nice job, my man. Nice job.
That's a nice swap.
Second place again, beat us. See here. So was she second place last month too?
Yes.
Nice. Where was she at in February? Because I'll be curious because I think we just said we're doing monthly. Are we doing? Oh well, you got the full pot that's going to go out to people at the end of the deal.
Correct. Yep. So this is all right now, just the monthly, and so it starts over fresh on the 1st.
Right, but the full pot though, like of who wins it, that's still up for grabs.
Oh, absolutely, and that will be total. Cumulative. That's will be cumulative,
yeah. So.
From
cool
February 1 to
go back to April. Let's see. Who else is up there?
This is April here.
Oh, why does it say March leaderboard?
Oh, I forgot to change this. My bad. Oh, that's
there you go. Fixed it.
There we go.
Okay, so that's okay. Crypto compliant up at number 4.
But I mean, only like comparatively. So
lasagna wins and goes to 0.
I know, right? It was the big old swings.
Well, what was it? Pond coin, right?
Pond and pork.
Pond and pork.
But I mean, looking at just the month in general, right? I mean, 34 people positive compared to
I wasn't even positive.
In March, there was 5 people positive. In February, there was one person positive. So
all right, we're early enough. I'm making changes. I'm making changes live on air right now. I don't even know what is my portfolio. Can you go to my portfolio?
Yeah, let me go to it and I can take some notes on what you want to swap and do my math.
Jupe, USDC, and I've got I'm changing out a USDC and AI 9000 for sure. What a dummy. I'm such a dummy. Well, it's like
Jupe did better this time around, but the AI 9000 is just.
So do I go with some shit coins? Like, definitely don't want to go Trump coin. Pengu seems to be it's been strong, but it's already had a big push.
Yeah, and I'm afraid with Pengu, there's so many people that are still just holding from their drop that are just going to be selling at these higher tiers. That's just going to have a lot of downward pressure.
Yeah, and I mean, I might switch over. Vine looks pretty decent if this gets bought back up during the day. Let's see, Fog. Where you at, Fog? What you doing?
Fog?
I might go with the Fog time. I think I might go with Fog. Okay, I'm gonna switch my AI 9000 to Fog. For sure. I need to look at Jupe. It's JLP, sorry. That's Jupe. Gosh, Jupe just struggle bus, man. Struggle bus. I might trade out Jupe as well. I need to make back some Atlas was looking decent.
Yeah, Atlas has
so much movability. Oh, let's see the big one that lots of people talk about. SPX.
Crypto compliance says choose ETH. You know you want to.
You know what? I'm gonna switch my USDT into. Just kidding. Definitely not gonna do ETH. I don't even know, man.
I mean, you have time. You don't have to do it right this second if you don't want to.
No, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
Wait, what did I switch to? I went to Fog, right? So I'm going to do one more for sure. I'll keep Jupe for now. Nope. Let's see. Let me look at ETH. I'll look at ETH. No, I'm not switching to ETH. I should, but I'm not going to. Doge. I love the Doge dog. Screw it. Let's take Jupe and put it into Doge. Just because.
USDC?
Yeah, no. Take Jupe and I'm keeping my USDC so far.
Okay.
All right.
AI 9000 to Fog and Jupe to Doge.
Let's see one more. Popcat. USDC to Popcat. Go. All right, there's mine. I'm in. I'm not going to be a bottom dweller this month. I'll send my 3 trades. How much is that? I have to pay into it?
Let's see, 25, 50, and does it double every time? Is that what we said? Let me look at my rules here.
Yeah, look at the rules. Jupe now rips tomorrow. Probably. But
if you want to do 3 swaps, it's 175.
Okay, so I'll send 175 to the address. Just mocked myself live on camera. You're welcome. If I win this week, I think you all owe me a deep device.
Oh, is that
That's
true?
What I think it should be. Yeah.
If you win this month, we all have to send you one.
It's a virtual handshake.
Market makers are going to take you down.
I know. On my big trades, market makers are coming in strong.
your $50 or your $30 trades here in our Pickem comp are going to cause the market makers to go crazy.
Look, it happens.
Man. Yeah.
I've been doing a bunch of cool spaces in the deep in space recently. Tuesdays, Thursdays, been hopping on a bunch of podcasts. So if you guys aren't catching those, check them out. There's a lot of cool projects that are happening right now in the deep in space.
Mhm.
It's really I like the deep in space, much like the gaming space, in terms of like that transition, or the not transition, but the ability for people to understand what it can do for them
Yeah.
in the Web 2 space. And you can also make it to where they don't even know. Just like in terms of the gaming side, like you can make them play a game just like off the grid where they don't even
Yeah.
know they're playing the game. Um, Deepin has the same ability. There's not a lot of companies that are there yet. Deep isn't there yet either, right? That's a goal of ours though. So, you can grandma can be like, oh yeah, I just want to pay $1,000 for this device and I'm going to earn 100 or 150 a month for the next however many years, like
Yeah.
just come recurrent revenue type of thing. So
Yeah, having
yeah,
those the sectors in Web3 that can tie to like tangible almost, or like easy to understand processes that are already there, make it so much easier. And we've talked about this extensively with gaming, with owning your skins in a game. Something simple as that is like, I can go to explain to my non-crypto buddies what the purpose of having an NFT in a game is, and they're like, "Oh, okay, that actually makes sense." And so, I think similarly with Depin, it's something where you can say, "Hey, I mean, you know what AWS is? Like, you can now
not
imagine
many
that
people
wasn't."
not many people actually know what AWS is, to
Yeah,
be
I guess
honest.
that's true.
Your
I,
normies don't.
I guess that's true.
But you have to explain to them like this. So you know what the cloud is,
Yeah.
right? All your stuff that you send to the
Yep.
cloud, do you know where that's at? Do you know where it is? That's how I try to explain it to
Yeah.
people. So,
Absolutely.
but it's I think one of the cool things I've been seeing is deep in deployers. We've had a lot of talk about that too, and these are people that are essentially buying these deep in devices and going to businesses or friends or family or just people and deploying them and sharing in that revenue with them. Like, what a great opportunity for them to create their own business,
Yeah.
and then also like bring in the normies to what
Yep.
it is, because they a lot of times they don't even like explain the Web3 side, right? They just kind of explain what it does. Like helium hotspots are awesome. Like you get your cell phone service is going to be better, right? That
Yeah.
people love that. Great. How do I do that? Awesome. And I'm going to get paid to do that. Great. I mean, that's a great transition into that stuff, and people like they get it, they understand it. So it's a really cool space. It's been fun. I'm loving it
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think the more you can bring down those barriers to get the masses involved with it, I mean, makes it super. They don't have to worry about wallets. They don't got to worry about. It's just, hey, you have an
Yeah.
extra Ethernet port, plug it in, and you make some money on the side.
Yep.
People
Yep.
like money, so
So Jay Soto, I copied the GG Collective split with family, and they are taking some devices from me. Now, are you letting the GG Collective know that you're sending those devices to other places?
well, I would assume off that he's talking about his individual devices, not
Oh yeah, gotcha.
and just
Not
kind
the
of
GG.
following the model is what I would
Which I
understand.
mean, we wouldn't be upset with that on the GG side. Like, just let us know. Like
Yeah,
on the collective side, they want to make
yeah,
sure
no,
that we
and
know
I've
where they're
had
at.
some
Yeah, I mean, you have
people
enough
that
devices, you can send them all like across the world.
yeah. No, I've talked to some people that have wanted to host for GG, and they're like, "Oh, like could I possibly, you know, host this at my sister's house as well to make sure we're maximizing bandwidth?" And it's like, yeah, as long as we understand as long as you give us addresses for exactly where each device is located, so we have our records, like, we're all about trying to get that all the way up. Just
Yeah,
whoever signed our agreement is who's liable, not the
yeah,
individual.
yeah. Yeah, the Wingbits GeoNet, that's a legit one. That one's pretty cool. I actually have one on order too to throw up on my house. So the combo one. So kind of any news on the GG side? Where let's see.
I want to divulge.
I mean, well, there's going to be a page come out soon where people are going to be able to see the assets that are held.
Yep.
We talked about that this morning. So obviously, we got grid devices, deep devices. We've got the lending platform. That's so all the lending platforms earning now.
Yeah.
Deep in grid, they'll be earning soon. Well, grid's earning, or deep is earning. You'll just see that token soon. so yeah, so that's those. We want to display those. We want to display those wallets so GG token holders can see that and see where it's going. We do have some pretty cool potential ideas that will probably mid-summer to late summer as we'll kind of start to announce out there.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not always usually too afraid of like competition, but this one's an interesting one that I don't want to divulge too much on that. But that's going to be a GG project. That'll be a very lucrative for GG if we can hit the right metrics on that. So that'll be a fun one. What else? What else are we going to talk about?
I mean, we're going to have some new stuff that we're going to be pushing in the next week or so for everyone to be able to visit. I don't want to steal Tim's thunder by going too deep into it, but Timbo has been hard at work doing some really cool shit that we're going to be able to share with you guys very soon. So very excited to get all of that up and running. And yeah, no, I mean, we're right on the cusp. I mean, I feel like as soon as it's going to be really interesting to see once combat comes into play in Star Atlas, and that's when the T1 is really, really going to pull its weight across the Star Atlas ecosystem. So as that starts to get released and we can start, that obviously is a benefit to the collective. And
I still need an EVM dev to help me out with the, speaking of the T1 and a lot of things, I have a need of an EVM dev to help him with the NFTs. So if you know somebody, send them my way. If you want to help out, please get a hold of me. Crypto Compliant wants to know when Deepverse. The soonest Deepverse would be, it's going to be, my guess would be September. Yeah, September, maybe.
Cool.
It's going to be in my backyard.
Love it. The Christmas tree farm.
yeah. Well, Ben lives across the way. We can just kind of like migrate between the two. So
yeah, that's great.
Yeah. No, I think we've talked about we might sponsor a couple events, potentially Bitcoin or the Vegas one. I think it's in August. Is it Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Shit. I think that's one that we might sponsor. I actually won't be there, unfortunately. Deepverse was a hunting trip. No. I'm not inviting everybody on my hunting trip. That's where I get away from everybody. That's
no, it's end of May.
End of May. I thought
through 29th.
Oh, what's Vegas in August?
Let's see.
Come on, Crypto Compliant. What do we got? Because it's literally like over my anniversary is why I couldn't make it to that.
Is that Rare Evo?
Oh, that's Rare Evo. So the Bitcoin one is end of May?
Yep.
Oh, shit. I might make that one.
Yep.
We sponsor an event down there. Oh, Rusty. All right. Get me information on the end of May stuff. Let's figure out what we can do.
Yeah.
My wife's not going to be happy with me because I go between bear hunt, then I'll go to Vegas, and then I'll go to my river trip. So that's okay. It's okay.
I feel like it's not even hunting spots. It's just you got to be able to pull a tag.
I'll give you the hunting spots. I just don't think you'll be able to make it there. Not many people can handle the grueling hike that it takes to get there. So
up and down ridge lines is no joke.
You're getting long in the tooth there, Rusty. I don't think you can make it. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's what it was. Satoshi was hosting the RV event in Vegas. That's what it was. I can't make the Vegas one because that's my anniversary. Literally right over my anniversary. Maybe we'll take her down. But I've got a 7-month-old, so I don't know if that'll happen either. We'll see.
Oh, too good.
All right. Well, let's end it there. Again, just kind of keep up with all the things that are going on. I appreciate everybody's support with all the stuff that we're doing. Jay Soto, reach out to me with your shipping address. Next week I'll probably get those out. And then man, just let's keep going. We're bullish.
Yeah, things are gonna rip.
It's looking good. So
all right, you guys.
Cool.
Appreciate you being here. Take it easy. And we'll chat soon.
Everybody. There's the camera right there. Peace.